The fact that our Governor General is in his position to dismiss the government is a conflict of interests, because the Governor General is paid by the government. And basically that means that he has to find in the government's favour or lose his job. As far as I'm concerned, I was born in Britain and I'm a British subject, even though I've spent my life in Australia and are able to obtain dual citizenship. I applied to the British High Commission, or tried to apply to the British High Commission in Canberra. I travelled to Canberra, and when I got to the British High Commission, it was all closed down, which meant I couldn't raise the matter with the King of England, basically, who is the head of state. Furthermore, to make matters more totally unfair, the day I went to the federal court, that very night, sitting in my lounge room, having a smoke with a couple of friends of mine, I got arrested by Victoria Police and placed in Monash Psych Ward. The next morning, John Howard committed our troops to the illegal war in Iraq. And 2 weeks later they said to me I could go home, and there was a yellow cab parked out the front. The taxi driver was a Texan. I've only met 3 Americans in my entire life in Australia, and with all due respect and nothing personal or prejudice, I didn't get on well with any of them. They're all up themselves, excuse me. Anyway, he asked me all the way back to my flat about how much I knew about John Winston Howard, to which I said he was a 4-letter word which I will not repeat on YouTube. And I told him that he lied to the people of Australia on the floor of the House and said verbatim, I quote, "Read my lips, the GST tax is dead in the water." He lied to the House, he took it to the election and won the election and introduced the GST, the Goods and Services Tax, which should really stand for the Greedy States Tax, because it was raised to finance the illegal state governments. If America had the same system as Australia, they'd have 50 governments in one country, 50 times the tax, and all the Jewish people would probably leave the country and send it broke. I have been barred from the High Court of Australia for 25 years. The government of Queensland won't even give me personal identification, which has prevented me from buying a new car, and various other matters that personal ID is required for. For instance, I can't get into an RSL club. I can't join TAB and place bets on TAB. Not that I'm a gambler, but the restrictions that you face without personal ID. All these things have prejudiced me and made my life miserable. I've got possibly near 200 pieces of poetry and works of art up on YouTube, and yet I can't get personal ID in my own bloody country. I've written another one, which I'm going to recite for you after this. It's called So Evil.